Hello everyone, my name is Daniel J. Robinson, and today I'm going to be telling you why you should not install Nimses. So Nimses is this new app that is basically artificial economy. Basically for every single minute of your life, you earn a Nim. And the more friends that you bring to install the app, the more people you recommend it to, the more Nims you get. And the more Nims you have, basically the more powerful you are. It's basically like an online social status. I don't know exactly everything about this app, but here, I'll have Jack's Films explain it for you.
Speaking of sponsors, today's episode is sponsored by Nimses. Nimses is an app that pays you in virtual tokens called Nims, just for the fact that you're a human. Every minute of your life, you make 1 Nim, which means in a day, you make 1,440 Nims. Oh, look at that. I just earned a couple of extra Nims just by standing here talking. What's cool about Nimses is that it lets me zoom in and out of pretty much anywhere in the world. For example, downtown Los Angeles. And if I choose this grid here, it'll let me check out other users and their posts right where they posted them. Now the app is still in development and the makers are promising cooler things in the future. But you can already buy stuff like coffee and music and video games in many cities in Europe, all for your time. And yes, soon these services will be launched in the US. So I recommend you start now and start saving your time, literally. Download the app today by clicking the link in the description below and get 1,440 bonus Nims by using the code Jack and subscribing to my profile. Pretty sweet hookup for this crazy futuristic technology.
Sounds great, right? What could possibly go wrong? All you have to do is just give all of your personal information, everything about you, your social security number, your Visa card number, everything, whatever, and you can earn Nims. You can earn virtual money for doing nothing except living. You don't even have to work to earn it. I just don't really get what the point of this is. I'm not making this video because I don't want people to be scammed. As a Christian, I believe something called the Mark of the Beast. And the Mark of the Beast is basically this little microchip thing, or something that somehow connects to your head or in the palm of your hand, and with it you can buy or sell anything. Here, I'll just read it from the Bible for you. And the second beast required all people, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their hand or on their forehead, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark, the name of the beast or the number of its name. Here is a call for wisdom. Let the one who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and that number is 666. Now you can see why I'm very skeptical and I'm very concerned about something like this. Now that video that Jack's Films made, that was over a year ago when it was in beta mode. It's now available in the US. And of all people, PewDiePie promoted it on his channel today. As of me recording this at least. Here, I'll show you.
Before this video begins, I have an important announcement. You want to hear about this. There's a new app called Nimses, where if you download it, your life will become a social media game. As soon as you register, every single minute of your life will be quantified into Nim, a currency. And this is collected from since you register, not just how much you use your phone or what you spend in the app. So the more Nims you have, the more powerful and influence you get. Now just imagine for a second if everyone downloaded this app. It's a pretty insane concept. I don't think I heard about any idea anywhere like this, except in sci-fi scenarios. Nimses users could potentially buy real things in the future using their Nims, like your next Tesla or your next represent.com/PewDiePie merch collection. There are social roles within the app, such as user and icon. You get your Nims, you own them, and then you save them, and everyone sees how many Nims you have. So you can be a regular user, or you can actually try and grow your influence and reach the unreachable icon status. Just imagine if everyone was using this. I think it's a pretty insane idea, and I'm really curious to see how it's gonna work out. So sign up, follow me there, invite your friends as well, because then you get more Nims. The idea is to turning human life into a source of financial capital. I'm really curious about this. Enter the code PewDiePie so I get referral Nims. Thank you very much. Check it out and follow me there. I'll be using Nimses from now on. Let's get on with the video.
The thing is, even if this is not a scam, and even if this somehow worked, it's somehow going to lead to what the Bible says and what I believe. I genuinely believe that in like the next 40 years or so, the end of the world is going to come. I don't expect to become a grandparent. I don't expect to live to an old age and die. I genuinely believe that within the next 40 or 50 years, the world will end due to the mark of the beast and due to what the Bible says. Now, if you think of what I'm all this saying and all this Christian stuff, all this Bible stuff, if it's just a bunch of hocus pocus, just look at this video that PewDiePie put in the description of his video. It's a video by Nimses themselves. I mean, just watch it and look how creepy it is, man. Just watch.
Hello, my name is Mark. I am 22, and I am wasted. I am an actual contemporary slave. They call me Generation Z. They write those books about me. They fight for my attention. They've sold my brain to the brands. They've put the price tags on my fingertips, my ears, my eyes. That's it for me. I'm done. I quit. I take my only property, my own body, and quit. Now you can find me in another space. It's artificial, but it is true. It's abstract, but it is kind. Hold on a bit. I will explain. This is still me. I have not died. The other way around. I'm alive and I am sold no more. I profit from me just being alive. My only property, my body, produces value. It makes one precious digit every minute out of nothing. One nim. Like this. By out of nothing, I mean out of minutes. Once more, pay close attention. I live 1 minute, and this very minute is recorded somewhere on the internet. It does not simply sink into the oblivion. I can retrieve it. Made out of nothing, the nim is so much more than nothing. It is a precious thing which I possess without any obligations. It's mine. 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 I use it how I want. What do I want? I want to be observed. I want to be followed. I want to be acknowledged. I want to be important in your eyes. I want you to be willing to pay attention undividedly to me. I want to grab and hold your mind. I want you to not be able to take your eyes off me. I want, to be more than just a human. You know? I'll introduce myself once more. Hello, my name is Mark. I am 22. I am an angel. Follow me.
Price tags on my fingertips? Hello? Now you're probably wondering, hey, I would never, get a microchip. This is different. But guess what? You know who would receive a microchip? All these little kids dabbing and doing little Fortnite dances and having information and social media and just phones crammed in their faces and into their mind since birth. Slowly, as a society, we are getting more and more comfortable with technology. It wasn't that long ago when social security numbers were introduced. Everyone was skeptical of them, everyone didn't trust them. But guess what? Now it's mandatory. And guess what? In a couple of generations, microchips might be mandatory as well. Now, thankfully, not all hope is lost quite yet. We still have some time before, this world goes completely chaotic. I'll read you some comments that I found on PewDiePie's video. Hey my dude, careful with what you promote. That Nemesis app looks sketchy AF. For everyone looking through the comments, better be safe and not install it. I agree. Nim sounds like what all those dystopian novels and films warn us about. Exactly, and that's the thing. Of course they're gonna put all this apocalyptic type stuff in the movies and TV shows, but no one's gonna ever expect that it would become a reality. But guess what? We live in a crazy world. I genuinely believe that anything could happen. And I have put my faith on Jesus and the Bible. And I believe every word that Bible says, whether I like it or not. Now, if you don't believe me with what I said about, you have to put all of your personal information down, guess what this one person who tried it out said? I downloaded Nimses to check it out, but it literally wants every aspect of my private info and all permissions on my phone. Sketchy as hell. No thanks. And here's the thing with the Mark of the Beast. Not to go too far into detail, but basically to get the Mark of the Beast, which will allow you to buy and sell, you have to worship the Antichrist. And all of your personal information will be on this tiny little microchip implanted in either your hand or in your forehead. And the reason why it's either your hand or your forehead, well, everyone has a forehead, everyone has a head. So people who are disabled and they lost arms or whatever, they can still have it implanted into their head. Now you're like, oh, I would never worship the Antichrist. He's going to seem like the hero and I'm going to look like the one who's evil. It's us Christians who are going to be the ones that look evil, not accepting this new world order. Now, if you're still watching, I'll explain at the end of the video with why I believe everything I believe. Because, I'm not just mindless. I'm very open-minded. I don't just believe something because the Bible says so. I'll leave a link to a video in the description. It's actually a long movie. It's almost 2 hours long. But it describes everything about how the world's going to end according to what Christians believe. Signing up for Nimses is like selling your soul to the devil. You can't delete your account. Be careful. Exactly, just like worshiping the Antichrist and receiving this microchip. Here's the thing, like I've said before, people nowadays, they might not trust that. They might not accept microchips. They wouldn't want anything to do with that. But 30 or 40 years from now, all these people, all these young people who've grown up with technology, being born in a world full of iPhones and social media, they'll happily accept it. It's cool. Whatever. I'm already surrounded by a bunch of technology. I'm comfortable with it all. What could go wrong? Let's accept this microchip and let's worship this guy who's ruler of the world. No more countries. This is awesome. I actually thought this Nimses thing seemed quite interesting, but when I opened the app and they show people who live close to me, I was shook. I don't want to get killed, Chief. And here's the thing, all your private info, I believe, could get hacked, and people nearby could see you. It's just so not good. Like, why do people need this? Like, why does this need to be a thing? I really do not understand. And here's the thing, people that don't have that many Nims, because they don't have many friends to share it with, or they don't have that many followers, or they don't get that many likes, other people are going to see that they don't have many Nims, so therefore they're going to look weaker than other people. Not gonna lie, sponsored app sounds crazy sketchy. About the app, Black Mirror has begun. I have a problem with explaining things sometimes, and I'm trying to get better at that, but I hope you can see my point here. And when you see the movie that I'm going to link down in the description, which I seriously recommend you to watch, you'll understand what I believe in. So one last thing I'll read, which I took a screenshot of, is on the YouTube channel of Nimses. I went to their About page, and here's the description of what Nimses are. Nimses is a free location-based mobile application that is available for download in Google Play and Apple Store. Nimses saves every lived minute as one nim and shows general nim balance in the form of a nim. Every 24 hours, thus, personal nim grows by 1,440 nims, which is the expected number of minutes in 24 hours. Expected number of minutes in 24 hours? I certainly hope so. Like, that makes no sense. Like, who's making this app? The option of saving minutes is already available for download at... Okay, I don't care. Nims completely replaces likes. With Nims, people can actually like other people, not just their pics, videos, and posts. Individual Nims are easily comparable as the app shows the current Nim sizes of everyone who is geographically nearby in real time. Simply encountering a person on the street, one can use the app to see the size of his or her Nim right away. Nims can be spent, for example, on good or interesting or beautiful people. Like, that's seriously like a social status thing. It's gonna make other people look stronger and more powerful, and it's gonna make people who are weak even weaker. Or on outstanding things. In short, on everything one feels worth spending life on. I mean, if I just don't get this. And here's the thing, there's gonna be more things down the road in the future that they're going to be more deceiving. They're going to be more and more like a microchip. Now, with believe in God and with believe in Christianity and Jesus and all that, that's a different topic, and I'll be happy to explain that. And if you have any questions, DM me on Twitter or just leave a comment in the description of this video. But just don't ever buy into any of this microchip type stuff or virtual currency. Just don't. All I can really recommend, because there's only so much I can say. I have a hard time remembering stuff while recording videos. Just look at that one movie I put in the description down below, and it'll explain very vividly and clearly why I believe what I believe. Well, that wraps it up for this video. Stay safe, everyone. Don't install Nimses. Just because a celebrity uses something doesn't mean it's a good product or that it's reliable. But anyways, guys, for now, as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share.